Hello everyone, this is Dr. Nisreen Hussain, Head, Department of Zoology, Government Dr. W. W. Patankar, Girls PG College, Durg, Chhattisgarh. The topic I would like to brief up with is Wonder Vertebrates. It is a practical exercise from Lab Course 1 of MSc 3rd Sem Zoology. In the first part, we would deal with wonder fishes. Before we proceed with wonder fishes, we would see as what are vertebrates. Vertebrates are the animals belonging to the subphyla called vertebrata or craniata. It is the predominant subphylum of the phylum Chordata. Vertebrates have backbones, that is, the vertebral column from which the name vertebrata is derived. The backbone is made up of bony vertebrae separated by the discs and is responsible for the support and posture of the body, and it forms one of the important parts of the endoskeleton. Besides the presence of the vertebral column, which is considered as the simplest characteristic of the vertebrates, there are other main characteristic features also, like presence of pharynx and gill slits, presence of notochord in the form of a stiff rod-like structure which extends throughout the length of the body, and presence of tubular central nervous system, the presence of heart on the ventral side, situation of the mouth ventral to the central nervous system, and the presence of coelom. What are wonder vertebrates? In fact, each and every organism on this earth is unique and wonderful. Right from the microorganisms to lower and higher invertebrates, to hemichordates, and then to different strata of chordates involving vertebrate animals, that is higher animals, and human beings. The five most well-known classes of vertebrates are Pisces, under which fish are placed, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves, under which birds are grouped, and mammals. Amongst all the wonderful creatures, there are yet some of the amazing ones that exhibit uniqueness to highest degree in one or the other feature. These are called the wonder vertebrates. This is just a diagrammatic representation of the phylogenetic tree showing different groups and classes of chordates or vertebrates. As we would be dealing with wonder fishes in this part, first we would just have an elementary view on the basic characteristics of fish. Fish or Pisces. This is the largest class of vertebrates, and fish live in nearly every single aquatic habitat imaginable. They have fins and scales, they breathe through gills, they have closed circulatory system and are cold-blooded creatures. Swim bladder controls buoyancy while they swim in the water, and most of the fishes they lay eggs which are fertilized externally. Now we start with the wonder fishes. The first one is whale shark. It is the largest marine fish. It was first discovered in 1921 in South Africa. Its characteristic features are that its back and sides are grey to brown with white spots among pale vertical and horizontal stripes, while its belly is plain, it's white without any stripes or spots. It measures 59 feet in length and about 90,000 pounds in weight. Its two dorsal fins are set rearward on its body which ends in a large dual-lobed caudal fin. They prefer warm waters and whale sharks populate all tropical seas. Next is great white shark. It is the largest marine carnivorous fish. That is, it prefers to eat the flesh of other animals. It is also called as man-eater. White sharks are large, bulky fishes with a body shaped like a blunt torpedo. They have a sharply pointed conical snout, large pectoral and dorsal fins, and a strong crescent-shaped tail. Only the belly of white sharks is whitish. It is found in tropical and subtropical seas. Russian sturgeon. It is the longest marine bony or true fish. This fish can grow up to about 235 centimeters and it weighs 115 kg. Russian sturgeon, it matures and reproduces very slowly, making them highly vulnerable to fishing. It is distinguished from other Accipensis species by its short snout with a rounded tip as well as its lower lip which is interrupted at its center. The Mekong giant catfish. It is the largest freshwater fish. This fish grows extremely quickly, reaching a mass of 150 to 200 kg in 6 years. It travels huge distances each year to migrate. This is the largest freshwater fish in the world and is unique to the Mekong River. Ocean sunfish, mola mola. It is the heaviest bony fish. As it weighs, adults weigh between 247 and 1000 kg. The sunfish, though, swings its dorsal fin and anal fin in a characteristic sculling motion. They are predators that consume largely small fishes, fish larvae, squid, and crustaceans. The species is native to tropical and temperate waters around the world. Next is Goby. It is the smallest freshwater fish. Goby is a common name for many species of small to medium-sized ray-finned fish, normally with large heads and tapered bodies, which are found in marine, brackish and freshwater environments. Most species are bottom dwellers and have a weak suction cup formed by the fusion of their pelvic fins. Gobies are carnivorous, usually small in size and found throughout the world. They are abundant in tropics and are primarily marine in habit. The dwarf pygmy goby. It is the shortest freshwater fish. It is one of the smallest fish species in the world. Males reach maturity at a standard length of 0.9 centimeters, while the females can grow up to 1.5 centimeters in total length. Adults weigh around 4 milligrams. The sailfish. It is the fastest fish. A sailfish is a fish of the genus Istiophorus of billfish, living in colder areas of all the seas of the earth. They are predominantly blue to grey in color and have a characteristic dorsal fin known as a sail, which gives it its name, which often stretches over the entire length of the back. Another notable characteristic is the elongated bill resembling that of the swordfish and other marlins. It is quite long and pointed. Lake sturgeon. It is the longest lived fish. It is found in Ontario, that is in Canada, and according to its growth ring count, its age is estimated about 154 years. The lake sturgeon also known as the rock sturgeon. The lake sturgeon has 4 purely sensory organs that dangle near its mouth. The fish uses its elongated, spade-like snout to stir up the substrate and sediments on the beds of rivers and lakes while feeding. African killifish. It is the shortest lived fish. Most killies are small fish from 1 to 2 inches, with the largest species growing to just under 6 inches. Certain African killifish which live for not more than 8 months in wild state. The adults of some species, they can additionally survive out of the water for several weeks. Baga fish. It is the deepest lived fish. It was caught in 1970 from a depth of 27,230 feet by an African research vessel, and it appears very strange. It has got strange teeth and jaws and also spiny tail. Stonefish. It is the most venomous fish. Reef stonefish has a robust body. The eyes are separated by a deep depression. They have a large upturned mouth and fleshy pectoral fins. It has 12 to 14 needle-sharp dorsal spines with a venom sac at the bottom of each of the spine. The contact with the substance, that is neurotoxin, which is found at the bottom of the sac of the spine, it proves very fatal. Mola mola is the another unique fish. It is the most egg-laying fish. The mola mola is the most common of all sunfish species. They have round, knobby tails and long dorsal and anal fins. Their bodies are almost circular. Their skin is gritty like sandpaper and it is covered with a thick layer of mucus. Its unique feature is that the ocean fish named mola mola, it lays about 3 crore eggs. References were taken from the practical books that are prescribed for BSc and MSc, and the images were taken from Wikipedia, Google, Encyclopedia Britannica. Thank you so much.